Hi Laren. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah, no, yes, it's been too many years, but I'm doing awesome, thanks.
That's good. And what are you doing now with yourself?
Well, as you know, I used to be a professional motocross rider. I raced all over the world, but that time's passed now, and I'm still in the sport, but I've moved on to a management role. I manage one of the Honda racing teams in South Africa, and I do all sorts of things. I promote the sport. I've got a website that promotes the sport. I do all the commentary for television and for the race meetings, and I also coach a lot of the young riders, so yeah, I'm still very involved in the industry.
And how did you get into motocross?
I think it came down through the family. My dad did it, but he was never really good. But his brother was a champion in South Africa, and I think from the age of 4 already, I decided that's what I wanted to do. You know, everyone pushes around those little black bikes, and I was the fastest on those little black bikes. And then Dad said, "Well, here's a bike." Very first race, I started winning, so it was obviously in the blood, and yeah, that's how I started.
And then from there, did you enter any championships, or what did you do from there?
Yeah, when I started as a junior, it was still very new. It used to start racing from about 13, and it was when I started they just introduced junior racing, so you can actually start racing from 4 years old.
Sure.
Yes, I won the very first championship in South Africa for junior, and it was just a natural progression. You know, the sport kind of really molds you and pushes you in the right direction. There's normally a lot of people around to help you go and choose your directions, so it was just a natural progression. I started winning regional championship races, and then from then on I moved on to national championships, and then all Africa, and then you move on to the rest of the world. Yeah.
Is there any money to be made in it, or do you have to sponsor yourself fully? How does it work?
There used to be in South Africa, but obviously it's tough times now. Maybe the top 2 or 3 make a bit of money out of it, but yeah, if you're the top 10 in the world, you can make good money out of it. But as you can imagine, there's thousands and thousands of people going for that top 10 position, so it's not the easiest thing in the world, and it's a very, very demanding sport.
Is it demanding? What does it entail? Do you have to practice every day?
Yeah, I think the top guys train on the bike about 4 or 5 times a week, gym every single day. It's a very, very hard cardio workout, motocross. You need to be extremely fit. In fact, the guy who won the World Championships 2 years ago was the same fitness levels as Lance Armstrong, who won the Tour de France. So yeah, it's really, really tough sport, physically and mentally, I must say, because it's so dangerous.
Dangerous?
Well, yeah, of course, it's not
Don't
chess.
tell others that.
It's not chess. Yeah, of course there is a danger element, but that's what attracts people to the sport. You know, the adrenaline junkies, as in known. And yeah, that's what it's really all about.
Have you broken anything?
I have, but bearing in mind I raced for 25 years, so I've broken 4 bones, a dislocated shoulder and a broken nose, which is actually pretty light compared to some of the rest of the guys.
I suppose that's what you brag about.
No, I try not to be honest. But the equipment's got so much safer than that now, it's getting better and better.
Is it? When you say safety, I mean, what do you kit yourself out?
Well, there's helmets, boots, chest protectors, kidney belts, neck braces are becoming very important now, so that, you know, the guys aren't hyperextending their necks.
Okay.
So yeah, safety is a huge element now. On the bikes are obviously a much bigger development compared to when I rode.
Are they less heavier now?
I wouldn't say heavier, but they're less heavier, but they handle a lot better.
Okay.
They don't kick you off the bike as
Better
like
frame.
Yes, frames and suspension.
All right. And what would you say to children wanting to enter the sport?
Well, you're probably going to go and see it first. Go find in your area where there might be a race, go and watch it, and then speak to people when you're there. If you're obviously a bit shy, get your parents to do so, because there's ways to get involved in the sport without actually buying a bike. There's development programs.
Really?
You can try out a bike, and if you like it, then get involved, because it's quite expensive sport, obviously, to do if you're not that keen on it.
What these development programs, do you contact a company, or how do you contact people to get involved?
We'll probably follow through a couple of websites. You find a local website, they'll probably put you into the right people. MXSA is a good one, but through the websites, hopefully through yours, maybe people can find out some information in the future. So yeah, if it goes from there, if someone's interested, then I think it's start looking through the website. There's always information available there.
And obviously now you've extended your motocross career into other avenues like presenting. Can you elaborate on that and how you bring in income?
Yeah, television is obviously a big part of the advertising for our sport, so you know that's actually where all the money is, sponsors, and getting involved from the television point of view is probably the next step for someone that really wants to carry on in the sport that's maybe a little bit too old to carry on riding. But it doesn't need to be a case that you're too old. You've got a couple of young guys that are still racing that get involved from a television point of view. So yeah, that was a natural progression for me. But you need to be very confident in the way you speak. Which I think is something you learn in the sport, because you're often speaking to sponsors and speaking on the podium when you've won a race and stuff like that.
And sponsorship is quite difficult to get nowadays.
As long as there's television, it's not that difficult, but people are very keen to give product. Just money is hard to get. So, you know, if you're really good, people give you bikes, kits, all that sort of thing, but to get cash in the pocket is quite a tough thing. But I think that's the same for any sport.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'd like to say thank you very much for spending your time with us and showing us around here. And hope to hear from you and your team more. And we'll follow your movements.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.